ladies and gentlemen.
We got him.
We're back with the best and worst tattoo TikToks I could find since last week. It is 7:25 in the morning. I have a busy day. Let's fuel up. Red Bull sponsor me, please. Hi. Hold on, I have to show you my other cat. Look at this dude. Also, I have a new toy. Want it at an arcade/bowling alley. It's a gun. Gotcha. Let's get into the TikToks. We're gonna start off with what has to be the worst tattoo of the decade. Maybe it's a little early. It's only, what year is it? 2026. It's bad. Jeffrey Epstein tattoo. I don't know if this is real or not. I'm really hoping that it's not. If this is a tattoo, it's a well done tattoo. I actually don't think this is real. And I'm sure every generation is always like, we live in the worst time. It's so fucked. The people before us had no idea how good they had it. But actually, though, I mean, for fucking ever, seeing was believing. You just had to look at something and be like, I see it. That's real. Can visualize that. That's not the case anymore. That's kind of fucking scary. This also makes me think about people who get like serial killer tattoos. It's just fucking weird. It's weird. Don't get weird shit tattooed on you. There's endless possibilities. Don't get a serial killer. Don't get Jeffrey Epstein. That was fun. That one kind of got me bummed out. Like and subscribe if you got bummed out too. Moving on. Oh, I like this. Textures are one of the most underrated things you can add to a tattoo to just make it look fucking cool, to make it look interesting, and to make it stand out amongst, I don't know, the billions of other tattoos there are out there. Most tattoos, regardless of style, are going to contain a few kind of core elements. For the most part, except for like realism, tattoos are going to have lines. For the most part, most styles of tattoos are going to have some kind of shading or solid black or color. And then you have tattoos like this. An artist like the one in this video who will do something a little bit different, and it gives a really cool result. By not packing this section fully packed in with black, and by not fully packing it in with a gray, they're able to still use black or something close to black. It adds a different value. It gives this tattoo more contrast, but it also introduces a new texture to the entire piece. It breaks things up a little bit, makes it more interesting. I don't see why you wouldn't be doing stuff like this. I do have a tattoo on my back of some flames that was all filled in with dots. See if I can show you. I'm not sure what's visible or not. Guess I'll just keep lowering myself until it's visible. Oh, my legs are burning. I don't know if you can see that or not, but textures are cool. Watch my tattoo freckles heal. This is a very interesting tattoo trend that's been going on for the last few years. And these freckle tattoos always look so gnarly when they're first done. This is fully healed, it looks like. Super awesome of you to film this video with hardly any of your fucking face in it. They're obviously significantly more subtle when they healed. We can't say that as a blanket statement. Not all freckle tattoos will heal like this. This is how they're supposed to heal, though. This is what should be happening. God, they're so gnarly when they first got them done, though. It's kind of scary. I would be terrified. It's also really interesting because I was looking in the comments of that video and a bunch of people were like, it's crazy that you're getting a tattoo of something that I was insecure of for my whole life. You know, just different strokes for different folks. Some people like Red Bull. And other people like Monster. But at its core, I feel like this is what tattoos are about. It's a body modification in a lot of ways. It's a life enhancer. It's a way to just like what you see in the mirror a little bit more. Let's continue. Actually, I didn't even really realize this, but I have another video kind of on the same topic. This is another example of somebody using a tattoo to help them enjoy their body more. This is one of the best tattoos I've ever seen. Straight up. Fucking genius. Really good idea. The execution on this thing is insane. Like, the placement of all the legs are perfect. The placement of the head is absolutely perfect. A really fucking cool tattoo. And it's just another perfect example of how tattoos can help people love their body more. And I'm not going to assume this person hated their hand without the tattoo, but I got to imagine they got the tattoo at least as like a joke. And at most, it's a way for them to like take some ownership and some power over their situation with their hand. It's not always as serious as this. Sometimes it's just getting a tattoo on your tummy because you don't like the way your tummy looks. Tattoos are just fucking cool. They're really powerful. I don't know any other thing in the world that has the same effect as getting a tattoo does. All right, what else do we have? Tattoos like this are just disappointing to see being done. And for starters, I just want to say this is very sweet. I love the gesture. I have matching tattoos with my wife. I have a fucking tattoo of my wife, for God's sakes. I got her initial under there. What else? I don't know. I think I have something else with her. No? I don't know. The point is, I appreciate the gesture. I like matching tattoos. Great. Get your fucking partner's name tattooed on them. Who cares? But the reason I don't like these is, first of all, this video makes this idea seem cooler than it actually is. But my biggest problem, my biggest gripe, if you will, with tattoos like this is that they're all on the inside of a fucking finger and they're so tiny. And I'm not saying you can't get tiny tattoos. I love a tiny tattoo. But to put something like that on the inside of a finger is just so stupid. I mean, just look at the lock on this one, for example. All tattoos will bleed. All tattoos will fade. All tattoos will get blurry. These tattoos are cute. I hope whoever has this and anybody who has something like this loves it. I just hope people understand that it's not going to look like that for very long. All right, moving on. Watch me do a full rainbow sleeve. This is the most Y2K tattoo sleeve I've ever fucking seen. This is insane. I can't believe that somebody got a sleeve of this. No, dude. Oh my God. I don't have any feelings for this except for that I love it. I think this is fucking awesome. Is it crazy? Yeah, kinda. Does it look good? I don't know. Who's to say? To be honest, it looks like it was done really fucking really well. I mean, the blending between all these colors, pretty good. Blending might be a little weaker towards the wrist, going from that like blue to purple, and then from purple to pink. But I feel like from pink all the way up to the shoulder is kind of a pretty seamless transition. Low-key fucking killed this thing. Dude, your arm would be so swollen. Honest to God, I would be fucking so excited to see this tattoo in person. If I saw somebody with this, holy shit, damn, maybe I should get that tattoo. And really quick, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you're enjoying the TikToks and what I have to say about the TikToks, then like the video and subscribe to see more TikToks. It's simple. I don't make any money from this, but if I did, I would buy more sugar-free Red Bulls. Hi. Like the video right now and I'll give him dinner. Actually, before we continue, I want to share with you what I've been up to outside of these videos, because I do have a life outside of this. It was recently my wife's birthday. We went to San Diego. Got a hat, a new pair of sunnies, and some of you may remember I've talked about it before. I shoot photos. I shot some photos. I'll put some on the screen while I'm talking. And I just want to say that although I'm not a tattoo artist, I'm just an enthusiast. I am a creative and I create shit all the time. Whether it's photography or music or editing videos for myself or for my actual snowboarding job. I don't shoot photos as often as I used to, but it's always so rewarding when I do. Feels really good to get the creative juices flowing. If anybody out there does not have an outlet, a hobby, some way to be creative, I highly encourage you to just pick something and start. They are life enhancers. And now back to the TikToks. What? Are you fucking kidding me? This is one of the coolest back pieces I've ever seen. Oh, there's actually tattooing in this video. I hadn't watched this far. Okay, not much actually. But fuck, dude. I love tattoos. This is it. This is what it's all about. Holy shit, dude. This is fucking awesome. I've never seen a back piece like this. This is literally two back pieces in one. Without this whole negative space guy character thing, I don't know what it's called, but it doesn't matter. Without that, this back piece would have been pretty fucking solid anyways. Damn. Wow. That's crazy. Holy shit. I don't have anything constructive to add to that at all. That is just really good tattooing. Fuck yeah. Let's look at some not so good tattooing. What do you say we mix it up? $450 forearm tattoo. Let's see what we have here. Yikes. That's a bummer. First of all, I've seen this tattoo done a lot. I've never seen it look very good either. It's really hard perspective trick to pull off well. And especially if on top of it, you add a tattoo artist who's not good at tattooing, it certainly makes for a rough tattoo. This is not the worst tattoo I've ever seen. It could definitely be worse. It's not good by any means. But one thing I did want to touch on is correct me if I'm wrong, but the, 13 years of private Catholic school that I experienced as a child, if that taught me anything, it's that the nails went through his hands, no? Isn't that what happened? I'm pretty sure. Just feel like if you get a tattoo of Jesus Christ on the cross, you would know that, right? And maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong though, because I'm definitely making a claim here. Pretty sure it was through the hands. Kind of a weird detail to get wrong. What else? This is not how you do a cover-up tattoo. This thing is going to be rough. I'll try to explain why I don't think this is a good idea for a cover-up tattoo. So it seems to me that this whole tattoo was done in black, and then maybe they went over some of these lighter spots with something kind of in between gray and white. I mean, if what I said is true and that they went over the whole thing in black, I will say it's probably an effective cover-up. But there's just something about a giant rectangular stack of roses that is so solid black that just screams cover-up tattoo. And hey, it was effective, but I feel like the best cover-up tattoos aren't obviously cover-ups. And this thing is obviously a cover-up. And if that's an important detail for you, then keep that in mind when you're going about getting a cover-up. If you don't care about it and all you care about is getting the other tattoo gone, then I guess this works. I feel like laser would have been better, though. Speaking of tattoos that need to get covered up, when are we going to stop getting tattooed in people's bedroom? Reason 10 billion as to why you should not trust the tattoo artist tattooing out of their bedroom. This is the caption on this video. Safety and Hygiene at Ink by Shirley. Their bio is self-taught tattoo artist with 140 tattoos completed. Wow. I understand you got to learn somehow, but I don't think... I just don't think you're learning. I think you're just tattooing people. Anyways, the caption goes on to say, I want to take a moment to talk about the high standards I maintain for every single tattoo. Your health and safety are my top priority. They go on to talk about how they use sterile equipment, clean environment, post-session care. But this person saying that doesn't actually mean shit. In this video alone, which I'm sure there's shit we didn't get to see outside this video, they're wiping without gloves. There's a bunch of shit on their hand and under their fingernails. That's disgusting. Their arm is just resting on what looks like a pillow, but them spewing off in the description about how all their shit is sterile and clean. Nobody needs to be saying that. And just the fact alone that they are saying that is kind of a red flag. Let's move on. Take a look. Oh, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I was not expecting that. We've seen all sorts of tattoos that move and bend on the elbows and knees. It's really cool. I love it. Really creative. Something that's a little hard to pull off well, too. This is insane. This whole tattoo just works so well. I would never have guessed that all that stuff was in their elbow ditch. Is all this going to continue to look like this for a really long time? Maybe not. Who cares? I'm actually so blown away. They did such a good job with this tattoo. I'm insanely impressed with this. I'm less impressed with the actual tattooing and more impressed with just the placement and position of all these different elements, how well it works when it's closed versus open. This was fuck, dude. Hell yeah. What's next? How my tattoo looks after the 5th round of laser removal. Oh, God, doesn't that look fucking painful, dude? Blistering. Yikes. That's tough. That is tough, dude. Laser is no joke. And I love videos like this because they show kind of that gnarlier side of laser that I feel like a lot of videos don't show. It's usually just come with me to get my tattoos removed, and they got a little fine line tattoo and they don't show any of the process. They don't show any of the healing. This is the truth. This is what it's actually like. Gnarly. I gotta say, I am curious why they're getting it lasered, because it looks like a pretty new tattoo. Not only new, but it looks decent. It's a fine looking tattoo. One of the better looking tattoos that I've ever seen that somebody's actively getting removed. I'm very curious. If this is your tattoo, what's going on? Let me know. All right, we got a couple more. We're rounding the corner here. You know how when like a musician releases a new album, like, oh, the album just dropped? Well, Ariel De Jesus just dropped a couple of bangers. Let's check them out. A tattoo video should never start with somebody wearing a mask as a fucking blindfold. What is this, dude? The goofiest shit I've ever seen. Why would anybody agree to get tattooed with a blindfold on? I wouldn't let anybody cut my fucking hair with a blindfold. Not that I have much hair right now. But straight up, Ariel De Jesus has to be one of the worst tattoo artists I have ever seen. Oh my God. Look how raised all this stuff is. It's like scarring in real time. What even is this video, girl? What the hell? Oh my God, why? Why are you doing that? And there's the fucking blindfold again. What are we doing, people? Reveal. So excited. Dude. Okay, there's endless things we could talk about here, but I'm just going to pause it in this moment. My favorite part is how the bottom of the cross is not in line at all with the rest of the cross, nor did it get colored in with this blue. I feel so bad for these people. She just takes advantage of these people, dude. It sucks. All right, we have one more video. Let's just watch.
This particular one, if I'd had to draw this up from scratch, probably hour and a half, 2 hours. What we've got is sufficient to give us a foundation of line work, and then we'll improve on that. AI isn't going to help me actually tattoo the work. That's down to us. What you paid is the time that you spend on the tattoo. So if I'm doing a day sitting and it's just taken me 5 hours to design it, and I've spent 20 minutes on.
Pause. Look at the line work on there. Shocking, but the guy designing all of his tattoos with AI isn't good at tattooing. Let's continue.
Hours discussing and developing.
This guy sitting here looks like he didn't know it was AI. He looks so shocked.
Something with AI, that's just saved me 4 hours of work.
Most of them are AI.
These are some earlier ones.
These look terrible.
And it's definitely progressed. So these were quite simple, straightforward little ones, and now we've gone up to something like this.
We've then created an image which has been a bit elaborate for what we want and a little bit impractical sometimes, so we've tried to get it to simplify aspects of the tattoo.
The negatives are it doesn't always give us exactly what we want. We have to sometimes work around the little mistakes that it makes, like hands, shapes aren't quite right.
I'm not using AI now, we're just adding the runes on freehand with a pen. Why AI couldn't add runes is beyond me, because they're pretty simple.
Look, I understand. I don't know if I understand. Look, designing the tattoo is part of the tattoo. Okay, that's part of the whole fucking process. That's part of the price. And I guess at least they're being transparent about it. But there's no fucking way I'm ever getting a tattoo from somebody who designed it with AI. I mean, tattoo artists are artists. Tattooing itself is just like a trade. You just learn how to do it and you fucking do it. The art, for the most part, is everything that's done beforehand. The planning out the tattoo, the placement of the tattoo, the design of the tattoo, getting the tattoo to fit around other tattoos you might already have, getting it to fit nicely on the part of your body that you're getting tattooed. AI can't figure any of that shit out. It just can't. At least not yet. It's lazy. It's stupid. I don't like it. There is no place for this in tattooing. And on that note, my friends, we've done it yet again. Another video. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next week. And until then, peace.